Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What is up, people? This is Inflewence back again with a legend scale review. Today, this is Magic Square's MS-B32 Spock, which is their Shockwave in the legend scale. And all just straight away, I love this figure. I think it's great. I wish I had a comparison between Magic Square and New Age, but I'm not. It's a stretch for me to even get any legends. I mean, I'm collecting legends, but I'm not getting two of the same character, just because it's just, I don't know, it's too much. So I've been mainly collecting Magic Square's scale. I guess they're similar in size, and some of the figures are even the same in size, I think. But generally, Magic Square is a little bit bigger than New Age, but they're like neck and neck. I know a lot of people like New Age's paint and plastic better than Magic Square's. I never minded Magic Square's plastic, and to talk on that matter, this plastic is a little different than what they've been using, and it's on par with what Motormaster was, the type of plastic that they used. Okay, so let's get into this review. You got the directions, of course, one sheet. I think Motormaster was the biggest direction booklet I ever got with a legend size figure. Understandably though. So you get the card. You know, I'm not too big on cards. It's not really my thing. Tech specs, but if it is your thing, you get one. You get a whole slew of accessories. You get the box. Of course, let's see the box. Got some good artwork. Love the artwork on the front. They always got good artwork. On the back is just the gun. Just a picture of the gun. This box is a little less frills than normal. It's almost kind of like a X-Trans box. For some reason, it just strikes me as that, but it still has the, still has some of their markings. Has this guy still on there, so you know it's a Legends, even though they are mostly doing Legends, but they still put that guy to let you know. You get this. You get a bunch of accessories. I will go through what this is in a minute. So you get different hands that you can pull off. I think that's wonderful. I'm always down for companies to do this type of stuff in the Legends because it gives you options, and most of the time they don't have posable fingers just because of how small they are. You get, now you got each accessory hand you have in the solid color, and you have in the translucent color, translucent purple. So you have this hand, it's easier to see in the solid color. So you have this hand, and this hand can hold the gun, and this is the hand that comes on it, but I got his cannon hand in. You get the fist. Let me show the fist in. Now the fist can hold the gun also, so both of these can hold the gun, and I believe they all can be on. Even, I'm not sure about this, if it can be on. And you got this, which is the saluting hand, so you can salute, and you get one for each side. And then you have the cannon. You got the solid and the translucent. Translucent one is on him, but he comes with both of these hands on. Okay, so that's out the way as far as his hand accessories. Then, of course, you got to have the gun. That's himself, so he can hold himself like that one episode. And he's never done it again, but every company includes that. Now you have this. I seen some people didn't know what this is. This is actually a LED. This is actually the battery for the LED, I believe. And I think this is very thoughtful for them. Whether I like it or not, I'm undecided just because of the finality of it. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But I think it's very thoughtful for them to include, and Masterpiece need to learn from this. If you got electronics, include the batteries. I understand shipping sometimes is, and I don't even know if this is a battery, so to speak. It may just be, and you got to excuse my thumb. I should have put a Band-Aid on that. I was doing some work and chewed it up. But anyway, you get this. You know what? I'm going to put a Band-Aid on that, and I will be back with you. Let me show you this real quick. This might be just a diode or something that connects the circuit and makes the LED, or it might be a battery. I don't know. But put that in there like that, and it lights up pretty bright too, and it has yellow, so it's the yellow light. And the only downfall is you can't, it's doesn't have an on-off switch, so you got to take it out, and it's quite hard to take out. Let me put a Band-Aid on my finger because I didn't realize it looks kind of disgusting. Back in this. Hate, guess I'll see in post. I hate leaving because sometimes I forget where I'm at. Got a Band-Aid now, so it's not so disgusting. I think I was talking about this thing, which is the LED, and we'll show that off later. And the last accessory that you get is, well, not the last, next to the last, is a hose. But you get 2 of them, which I think, again, is thoughtful. Just in case you lose one, you got an extra. I think. I don't think they're different sizes. I think they're the same. Yeah, same hose. I didn't even check. And you get this thing that you just saw fall off. That's not really a great stand, but it doubles as a stand. It's supposed to go in one of these holes, and I'm not even sure which one. I had to split these legs apart, put it in. All right, that didn't sound too great. And then close it and lock it, and it locks sometimes, but basically it stands here, and I guess it was doing a pretty good job as long as you didn't mess with it, because now it's not standing up at all. So I guess it does what it's supposed to do. But anyway, you know, this is his backpack. It goes over top of his backpack to make it more like a uniform backpack. So we can get that over here. And here is Shockwave, the weapon himself. And I think it looks like a great G1 representation of a Shockwave. You do got some hollowness. It is a Legend, so there's some hollowness right here. I'm not sure why they couldn't maybe fill that, or did they? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so I don't know. But I'm not going to hurt them too bad. Again, it's a Legends, and got some hollowness in here. But all in all, I believe it's a great representation of Shockwave in the gun mode. You got the little break up right here, look like electronics or just molding. It will light up with the, if you have the light in here, if you have the light that's in the fist, it will light this up. Let me see if, yeah, I guess it will light up, but it'll only be on one side. I don't know if you could put it. Yeah, not really. But yeah, it will light up because it has the translucent, has the hose. I connect the hose here and here, and you'll see it better on the robot, in the robot mode. Then you have this. So let's get into transformation. That's pretty much it. Don't know. See his chest. It's basically like every other Shockwave, and it actually transforms similar to the Masterpiece version of Shockwave, the official Masterpiece. So let's go. I usually fold this up just because, just get it out the way. Move these out. Prep work. Pull these out. They peg in right there. Flip these just to get them out the way. Pull these out. Flip them. A little bit higher. Flip these apart. Now these is 2 pegs right here at the top and here. and it's pegged underneath here as it is together. Like you see how I pull that apart, that peg right there slides in. There we go, it slides in. So then you gotta you wanna pull these apart. These are all like double peg kind of joints where they overlap, and that's how they kind of friction together. So then these are tight, like all these pegs are tight. Everything's tight, everything's pegged in well. Again, its tolerance pretty great. But once you can get that out of that hole in there, then right here it's pegged like it's over under peg. So this goes over top of this peg and kind of keeps it. See how it's like a T peg and it slides into there. Then once you do that, you can get the legs out. Got the legs. I just put them out here so they have room. Then you just fold it up, kind of like halfway cabana wars on the side. There's a peg in there. Peg that onto there. Flip this up. This right here, this foot, you want to unpeg. It's a peg right there that goes into the foot. Once you unpeg, it's on a ball joint and a hinge. So then you just flip it around, pull this down, and then you push it back, and it's in its final position. Now with this, you want to send this over and pull it down like this at the same time, and it overlaps. You see that kind of double hinge kind of sorta. So you want that to go backwards while you're pushing this, and this will overlap on here. Then it pegs on up here in the front. That's the back of the leg that's overlapping. And you can get it more flush to make it, you know, look less so you got a leg done. Same over here. Undo this first. It's easy once the other leg is out of the way. Then try to get this off. This is the skirt, so you can just push it down. And it goes off and pull it out. Cabana wars it. Move it out to get it out the way. Get this. You can move this down now. It doesn't matter when you move it down. You can still move it that way without moving it down. Just flip this back before you put the leg on. Then you flip this over, flip it down. The leg goes on here. Don't get this stuck in there like that. Try to keep it in the middle. Then you get the leg. Now just, you see the front of him, so you just turn it where it's the front, because it'll get away from you the way you have to have it. Then his hips, I like the way they did his hips, because in order to not to hide this, you just, and to make it longer, it just double hinges. It like swivel up into the top. You can move this down, his hip skirts, and you have a leg done, or two legs done, I mean. Now here, it's pretty much self-explanatory and intuitive. You just pull this out. There goes that word again. It's a peg here, it's pegs in here, and you get it up. You just leave it like that for now. Then again, just get it up. This is going to peg in up there, which is kind of tight, but I mean, it's not bad. Then these arms are pegged together, so you want to unpeg those, and you can just move it down here. Move it down here. Now keep a hold of this. Be careful, because this right here, I don't know what that is. I don't know if this is like a hard plastic. It feels different than any other thing. It's like really rough. So I don't know if it's a hard plastic or it's not metal. I know that. It probably should have been metal, but who knows? They could have made it metal, because it will snap. It's going to snap regardless. It's going to snap one of these days if I keep messing with it. That's probably one of the biggest gripes, is that. But if you're careful, I think it'll be fine. So everything you do, you want to hold this right here and move all this. So this goes up like that. This goes up like that. Then it's going to go in there. Now you want to hinge this like I'm trying to, there we go, up top, but it's hard to do because if you can see, it doesn't really reach all the way up there unless you apply a little bit of pressure like that. And that's the way you do it. And then from the leverage that's on it, it goes in like that, but it's all right. Just be careful. It is on, it does have metal pins, so that's good. Now you can just, you got these 2 pins right here. They clip on in the back. Now you get the arms. Actually, I pulled the head out. This whole, oh yeah, don't do that first. Leave this like this. I forgot this back. Sometimes I think it's the front that's coming down, but it's the back that goes down. Then you can pull this all the way up because it's going to have to go over this right here. And this peg is a little peg, so be careful with that too. And then it just plugs back into where the arms are. And make sure that the head doesn't go no farther than this, because if it did, you didn't have it up far enough and got underneath that peg. Now you can peg this back into and push this down. I thought I had that pushed down. Oh, I think I pushed it that way. Now it's pegged in. This stays in tight. Now you get the arms. Just swivel the arms. You want to move on the bicep swivel, but then you want to move it to be able to move down. Like you'll know. And then you get the hoses underneath, of course. Then over here it's easier because you don't have the hose to contend with. And just move it so you can get the elbow. You get, again, anatomically correct, as I say. Then you got this. This is kind of hard to get in because it's really tight, but it does go this way. And you just gotta push it on. It's gotta be like kind of exact. And be careful because you see how I'm sideways and it's too much. And when you pull it off, you'll be pulling all the pressure be on here. So just don't, make sure you don't. You can even pull this off like this and hold all this to make sure you're not putting any pressure, unnecessary pressure on that piece. And sometimes you will inadvertently, so you just gotta keep trying. This is kind of a pain because it just, I mean, I guess if they didn't do that, it wouldn't be tight. But now you got it, and now you have Shockwave. And that's him. So I do want to show off he has light piping. So if there's something like, if you want to leave this back there, but the light piping isn't great. Again, I don't know. I hate light piping and I'm not sure why they do it. Whenever it works, which is rarely, it works well, you see, but there's no way to get light back there like that. So it's never going to look like that. It's going to look like that, which is dead. Dead McGee. But anyway, go over articulation. You got his arms, can go all the way around. The hose does get in the way. Move it around like that, and it does get all the way around. But you know the hose is gonna get tangled up. He has double jointed elbows, so he gets the full run. He has a shoulder that goes all the way up like that due to transformation. I'll show that in a minute. His arm goes all the way up. So that's great. That's transformation too, but it lends itself to articulation. His head goes up that far, goes down about that far. It does get all the way around. The backpack does get in the way. The ears do not move, I don't think. He has a waist swivel. Swivels all the way around. He has an ab crunch that gets him like all the way over, and he can go back as well. You get even more, but it does mess up the sculpt. It's like he's looking way up. And you can even, if you want to get a little height, like for pictures or something, you can even have him like this. It doesn't look terrible. From the side, it does look terrible a little bit, but it's okay. He does have bicep swivel. I don't think I went over that. These, of course, are interchangeable. It doesn't do anything. This, again, I got this hand on. And the hands do move around like that. But the other piece doesn't move at all. Has independent skirts on the side. He has a skirt in the front that goes all the way up. So he can do the splits. And he's not hurdling too much. He's going to hit the back hurdle. Let me see if this... Oh, okay. Nah, he's good. He has skirts that go up in the back, front, and sides. So there's that. Didn't realize the back skirt went up. He has a swivel built into the top of the thigh. He has double jointed knees, so they get the full. Oh, let me push this down. And I did the swivel. And then he has toe tilt down. Wait, you know what? I wonder if... Nah, probably not. I was wondering if you can crunch in the toes in gun mode. But I don't think so. I don't think that's what it's for. So yeah, you can get the toes down. You get them up a little bit. You get the heel spur independent down and up. They go this way, forward and back a little tiny bit. And then you can get the rocker out and in. I mean, for feet, I think that's about as much as you want. And then let me show you this, how you replace the hands. You can take this off and then plug it in, or you always have to have one of these square pieces, because they are square, not square, octagon, I guess, pieces. But they go in and then you plug it onto here, because this plugs onto the gun headpiece. So you always need one of these and they plug in. But that's not why I was showing you. Let me put his gun in his hands. You can see that. Shoot. This gun does come apart. It doesn't fall off though with no pressure. You just gotta, just when you're putting pressure on it. So he holds his gun easily. And let me see this. Now to do this, you want to take this out. And it's hard. I don't know if if it'll be even worth it. Let me see. All right. Just gotta get the right leverage. And this goes in here. Now, the only thing is, you're not going to be able to get it, or not going to be able to turn it off. Wait, I did that wrong. I was trying to see if it goes through. I don't think it goes through. And I don't know if it goes really far. Yeah, that's not working too great. I mean, I like the idea of it. And I guess you can do this. And then you got that. Again, I like the idea of it. I'm not sure if the execution is that great, because the light is down at the bottom. And when the gun goes on, it's going to be just this side. But I think it's a great gesture, and I'm glad that they supply the batteries. A lot of companies don't do that. So let's see him with some other figures. I just got a random assortment of Legends. This is DX9, so this is an old school Legends figure. We got Optimus, and this is New Age Megatron. Just so you can see, have an idea of how they look together and who's who. I think they look fine. They look great. I mean, even though these are Magic Squares, this is New Age, and I think New Age looks good as well. I actually like Magic Squares Megatron better, but I love this Megatron. Like, it is wonderfully painted, and it's great. It's great. It's just a great figure. Not mad at it at all. So yeah, there you go with that. Starscream up here, trying to take over the world, knocking over Megatron. And there we go. This has been Magic Square's Shockwave, which they call him, I forgot already, Spock. I guess because he's the scientist and he's always doing experiments. Smart guy. So yeah, I recommend him if you're in for this line. I mean, if you're waiting for New Age, I say wait. I don't know if New Age is out yet. I don't remember, to be honest. But if you're waiting for New Age, I would say wait and see which one. Maybe look at some reviews for New Age. See which one fits into your Legend scale collection better. But this is a great figure. I definitely recommend it if you like Magic Square, you're in for their size, their MPs. I think not MPs. I mean, they are like MPs. I think they're getting better and better with making these, which is what should happen after. You shouldn't get worse. All right. And again, I don't know if I mentioned the plastic. The plastic is a lot different than some of the older. Let me see, like him. Optimus plastic. I guess it's not too much different. It feels a little harder here, and you got these paint apps. I don't know if I went over that. Like, you got the handle paint. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's similar. It's not that much different, but it is a little. It does feel like a little bit of different formula. All right. So again, I'm out. And I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.